Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pyanodons playthrough. So we're picking up right where we left off in the last episode, which was uranium ore mining turning into fuel rods. So we got our sulfuric acid from nothing set up, which does not produce a whole lot per second, but it does produce enough to mine uranium, because you only need one sulfuric acid per uranium ore, which is small enough that this works fine. I kind of estimated the rate here. We get about 3 acid gas per second if this is running full time, which it's running a little slower. That only produces 3.6, which is about half of what this needs, so that's about 12.5, which produces about half, so that's half. So it's, I think, close enough to keep this running full time. So about 3 acid gas per second, turning into about 1.5 sulfuric acid per second. So not a ton, but fast enough for what we need. Fast enough that I don't think it's worth stacking, because it's going to be a very, very long time before I'm going to need more than 7.5 uranium ore per second. So I'm just going to put regular old uranium ore right on the side of the raw coal belt. And I think we can just leave that. And I'll run ahead to make sure that that doesn't break anything when uranium's on the other side of this belt. So we'll follow the belt, make sure nothing weird is going to happen. So far, so good. So I mentioned this in the last episode, but I wanted to kind of start off this episode saying it as well. Just a fair warning that the Pyanodons videos are going to be coming to a close sometime here in the next couple weeks. I'm also going to be taking a trip starting next week, depending on when this is released. It'll be starting the week of June, the first week of June. So there might be a few less videos for a period of time, and I won't be streaming on Twitch during that time, obviously. So you can expect me to pick back up with tons of videos this summer, starting in somewhere in the second or third week of June. So hopefully you won't even notice that I'm gone, because I'll be able to pre-record enough videos. But if you do notice a lull in videos during that time, it's because I'm literally not around. Okay, so uranium will show up here, and we need to make fuel rods out of that. This is the current setup that I had figured out. I will make this inside a factory building just in case I want to expand it later. But that might be a little excessive because we're going to get a lot of fuel rods from a very small space. Well, we might as well. Is this powered? It is. I don't... Oh, that power pole's touching it, I guess. How is... Am I missing something? How is this power pole powering this building? Because it only has 2 square... Oh. I was seeing this overhang wrong. I thought this square was not the building either. Because this is what I think my brain saw the belt was doing. And then, so I thought it was 2 squares farther down. I don't know. That was a weird illusion for a second. Okay, so we're going to have uranium ore coming in the top here. Throw that in ye old jaw crusher. Throw that into an impact crusher. Throw that into a secondary crusher. Throw that into an automated screener. And hold on, something's more complicated. Grade 1 needs to come from the impact crusher before the secondary... is that right? Before the jaw crusher output. Okay, so this output, which is going to filter right for uranium grade 1, or I guess that's grade 2. So probably can't put productivity in any of these, but I gotta try. Okay, so the grade 2 there compared to the grade 2 coming from this building. Grade 1 stone and grade 2. The grade 1 needs to go there. So we're gonna do... Guess we'll just connect this directly, and then this can be a filter inserter. Doing... Oh, that doesn't work correctly. Doing uranium, grade 2, stone. Yeah. And then this will filter out stone, so stone and gravel will be on the right side here. Then these two guys. And we'll need an input priority from this building, which is right side. Hopefully I did that better than the chromium thing that I messed up last time. So then we'll send all that grade 2 over to the impact crusher. And that will create sand, which will go on here. That doesn't need to be an underground. And that will all go into an active provider. So that's the second up from the top right there. And that makes powdered uranium. This also makes sand. So sand will go here. And then we have 20% enriched uranium powder. Go out here. That gets thrown in with some titanium and coke to make fuel rods. Now, can that have productivity? No, nothing can have productivity. So we need titanium and coke. Ironically, there's some coke right here, but I don't remember what from. And it's stacked, which is unfortunate. So how about 50 titanium and 100 coke? Okay. Sweet, sweet. Oh, and here's some uranium. Just in time. So that should do it. So now we get fuel rods Mark 1. And that's just the simplest recipe to get them. There are more efficient ones, but I need a very, very small amount. So I'm not worried about it being not very many. There we go. Fuel rods. Okay, what else do I even need? I mean, we're closing in on Pi Science, y'all. Because now we have what we need to make subcritical water, which will give us what we need to make the perogen and solidified sarcoris. We're going to get a little extra perogen, but that's okay. And we even get empty petri dishes back. What? What's that from? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, I did not notice this. The incubated petri dish usage of the improved fungal substrate gives you back empty petri dishes, which is actually really handy because that means we save on glass. But what I didn't do is actually account for that here in any way. Yeah, so what I need is empty petri dish, active provider, and this one is fungal substrate. That will work better. And now we've got some extra petri dishes. So that recipe is even cheaper than I thought it was because it doesn't end up actually using any petri dishes. It just consumes the agar which I think is what... That's what comes from that, right? Yeah, that literally just takes some time in a microorganism, and that's just agar. So we're just spending some agar and time. What was I doing? I also just realized that it would probably behoove me to make all of this cheaper, because this is using chromium and methanol. This is using zinc plates and that. So if I can make some mixers, Mark II, and some methanol reactor, Mark II. And then I can put a little bit more productivity and all that. That'll save me some stuff in the long run. Probably cost me about 1 billion resources in the short run, though. Fuel rods are already at 172, which is beautiful. I fixed petri dish thing. So now we're on to this recipe. I'll pin this. And this produces 2 solids. And we already have everything else we need. Beautiful. Okay. So I need incubator. Oh, could build a Mark II. I like that idea. I need 50 more latex, though. And 52. Okay, 2 too many. So incubator Mark II is nice. And then we need a powerhouse and pressurized water, biomass, glassware, plasmids, sea sponge Mark I, and Decalin. Okay, that's where I'm not completely certain about if I have all that available. It does look like we're still supplying sea sponges. This thing is slow as heck, but it's working. I'm actually a bit doubtful that this is producing enough per minute. Because even this says we need 3.43 per minute, and this is only about 1 per minute. So I will need to up my sea sponge game. Can I make sponge culture Mark II yet? I cannot. I will need PyScience first. And then we get a better recipe that uses phytoplankton. I remember that now. Which makes it in 40 seconds versus this recipe, which is 70 seconds. Yeah, that's very different. Nice. Okay, so we'll just need to make our first few hundred without that. And then Decalin, it's a very small amount. These are all solids, so it's actually easier if I make these cytostatics where Decalin is made, which is in here. I just need 1 gene lab, which needs 30 latex. Of course it does. Apparently, all of these buildings require latex, and I need to have it stored in my network. For now, I'm just going to grab some extra. Okay, well, that's all I get. Gene Lab Mark II. And we want to build that up here to the left. And we need Decalin. Wish I could fit it in this corner. It's so close. This right here. Oh yeah, and there's that Arcad propolis recipe that triples our efficiency here. So basically that 1 Arcad propolis is worth 2 cytostatics by itself. Okay, we do need a requester chest, so I'm gonna move this here. Do that, and this limit. Then we need a requester chest. What's on the request list here? We need glassware. I don't know, 30. Need plastic. Say 100. We need plasmids. Say 50 of those. And then we need sea sponges, not sea sponge sprouts. And 300 is way too many. How about 10? And then filter, we'll put cytostatics outside of that. Oh wait, we actually, just kidding. We have another chest set up here. Look at that, we've already got our first cytostatics. And those stack to 200, so that's fine. And we need productivity here. Beautiful. Okay, cytostatics, alright, go. Now back to our Pi Science building. We need a powerhouse to make subcritical water. We're going to need unbarreling. I'm going to need some pumps for water. How much do they make? That's per minute. I was about to say, that's a disgusting rate. That's because it's not per second. 80 per second. So I'm only going to need one of these. And then here, I'm just going to need some research centers. Mark 2. And because my Yadles are very underproduced right now, I'm just going to make 2 research centers, but I'll eventually need 4. So I'll take some optical fiber. Then I'll need to wait for some more red circuits. Then I can make another one. Let the deliveries arrive. Okay. I may only do 3 of these ever. Or even, gosh, maybe just 2. Okay, we need all sorts of things. So this is where bots come in handy. Roboport. And we'll do a requester chest on the outside. Can you do the shift right click, shift left click? I can. Perfect. So we'll do that on the requester chest. And then we'll have a requester chest here that requests the same things. So now all we need is some bots and to finish out those other items. Really? Nobody's landed? Oh, come on. It says I have 700. The question is, where are they? Here's 3. I'll settle for 3 for now. Okay. We are almost there, folks. Are you as excited as I am? I can't tell, because you are on the other side of space and time. But I'm excited. So literally all I need is these 2 buildings. Well, 4, because of the water pump. So incubator Mark II is going to be producing those things. And we're doing the Perogen recipe with productivity. Can't do productivity. That's a bummer. Okay, now we need an unbarreling on artificial blood, which I will put here. Artificial blood barrel. I think like 6. It's plenty. And that'll be provided. We actually do need the unbarreling. Yeah, I can just put it here. So I'll put that. Position. Perfect. Okay. Artificial blood barrel, empty. Connect that up. This is a variety of things. Cotton gut, biosample, cytostatics, and glassware. So we'll add that to this request here. Take those 2 off. Cotton gut, we need, it looks like, how many? Quite a few. I'll do 200. Biosample, need about 20. Glassware. It's already there. I'll just bump that up to 20. And cytostatics. Ooh, what just happened? I did some weird hotkey. Cytostatics, I need about 10. Still need some more bots, but I don't know where they're all hiding. Okay, so we got the artificial blood. Now we just need subcritical water. Requester here. Provide all the things. It does say 2 per second, so we're gonna change to a fast inserter. Finally, I need a powerhouse right here to supply that subcritical water. We need some fuel rods and biomass requested. Fuel rod. I think 30 is plenty. Biomass 150. And then we need one of these guys and one of these guys. Pressurized water. Productivity? No. Sad day. Well, I will do efficiency because... Oh, that's a problem. See, this is one of those unfortunate realities that it could use the fuel rods to burn rather than as the ingredient, and there's no way to change the inserters in such a way that they know the difference. Efficiency modules will help, though. I mean, if I put a fuel rod in here, it would last for about 1 billion years, because this is only taking 80 kilowatts. And that's almost 80 megawatts. So one fuel rod would burn for almost 1,000 seconds with the efficiency pieces in there. Okay, and now we have Perogen and solidified Sarcoris. So what I will do is put those in 2 separate providers here, limited to 1 stack. Perogen goes here. And solidified Sarcoris goes in this one. And then this will be... Which one am I overproducing? I end up overproducing on the Perogen. So Perogen stacks to 100. So we'll have this inserter will only work if Perogen is over 90. And then that will just get provided outside. So active provider in the top left. here. But that won't happen for a while. But okay, so I do end up needing Aerogen and Sarcoris. 20? Was that the ratio? Yes. And now connect up the flavonoids. And here we go! Pi science! Oh no, productivity. Okay. Pi science! Woohoo! We did it! We freaking did it! Pi science and chemical science have been fully automated. We now can research everything to our heart's content. Oh my goodness, that took 1.5 million years. Our chemical science is hurting badly because of the lack of Rauch cocoons, but we have finally gotten enough to at least fill up our labs back in the West. And Pi Science has now begun. And we will see probably in not very long what the holdup is on that. Currently it looks like cotton guts are actually the biggest holdup. Probably because of all the bones that I'm trying to craft right now. Ah, oh, shucks. I forgot to limit that. The good thing is that means I can go back in and kind of like fill the outputs here. That way it'll limit itself sooner. But yeah, I've used a lot of cotton guts for that, apparently. This doesn't actually need to be limited, because I have the inserter here limited. So that should figure itself out. I'm going to limit 2 more stacks here. And I'll put those all in here, actually, and those will balance into the other one and make it stop inserting. So that'll help get me some cotton guts back. But yay! Pi Science! Woohoo! Oh my gosh. So now, like, all of these researches are open to us now. We can get to stage 3 of tin processing. We can do coke processing, stage 3. We can research all these upgraded animals and plants. Organ printing. I don't even know what that is. Wow. So a whole new world has now opened up. So let's request Pi Science. And then probably should have done this differently. What if I request them both to here? This one will be chemical science. And then this one will be Pi Science. Perfect. Okay. So then we just want to add a request for Pi Science. 200. 21 on the way. Wow. Now that is satisfying, and I do think it's worth it to put productivity modules in these. Just given how expensive chemical science and Pi Science is, I think adding 8% free is a big deal. Even if it costs me a few hundred red circuits to do. I'm okay with that. Because that will significantly change how much research I can get done with the amount of Pi Science that I have. There we go. Perfect. 8% extra productivity. So instead of needing 100 pi science, I'll only need roughly, what would that be, like 92, I think? I don't know, what's 100 divided by 1.08? 92.6, okay. So I save on average about 7.4 packs per 100. That's a significant amount. That will be noticed. Okay, so diving into what researches do we even want to do? What even can I do? I mean, I have to get the better sea sponge stuff going, but that's 300 pi science packs. That's the problem, is we need like many thousands of pi sciences, and we're only going to be producing a few here and there. So we do have to be a little picky and choosy with our researches. I could even go for some of the more classic researches. Nickel plate and syngas to make methane. That's a really good deal. Ooh, I could work toward... Oh, no, I can't. I need better science for that. I was going to say we could work towards the next capacity bonus for non-stack inserters, but no. Electric furnaces require super steel. Lab research speed. I can research the next tier of circuits, but there's about 1,000 intermediates that go into that I can't do yet. Compost upgrade, creature... Oh, we can get more of these upgrades now. Incubator upgrade, gene lab, bioreactor, biofactory, microorganism, and slaughterhouse. Unfortunately, all these upgrades don't work in combination with Factorissimo. So, yet another reason that I can't really go crazy far in this playthrough. And they may have even fixed that by now, but at the moment, they have not. Ooh, a better DNA polymerase that uses Arthurian eggs instead of Rauch eggs. Are those easier to get? Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Pheromones. Huh. So I would need this assisted embryology research, which allows you to grow a lot more things, but if one Vrout cocoon turns into 3 Arthurian eggs, then it would indeed be easier to use them to make the DNA polymerase, which is the thing we're short on to make chemical science, actually. Because that ends up being the reason we're short on... Where is it? It's one of these. This one? No. Where is it? One of these things. Where is it? Oh, come on. Oh, this one. Yeah, good alien samples. So the reason we're short is because of that. Now I can get Gene Labs Mark II now and Biofactories Mark II, so I could get a couple more % productivity, but the biggest difference is that we just don't have enough Rauch cocoons being crafted. So Rauch Mark II could be helpful. How easy is that? With a V instead of a B would be helpful. Okay. 300 pi science later, I can get Rauch Paddox Mark II. And not gonna see that anytime soon. Are there Mark II Rauchs? Looks like there are. So selective breeding looks kind of fun because that allows me to get higher tiers of different animals and plants, like Corlexes and fish and lots of things I haven't even done yet. Grod, Mark II. So maybe that's what we'll research first. Although it is 600 pi science. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are so expensive, and I have so few pi science. I think I also just have a better research for Vrout cocoons at this point, don't I? Or I mean a better recipe. Yeah, I'm currently using this one, And I could be using this one, which gets you 6 per 55. Whereas this other one gets me 1.5 per 70. So that's a big difference. Okay, well, I'm trying to think. I'm a little bit aimless at the moment. We've been moving towards these 2 research packs for so long, I kind of don't know what to do now that I'm here. It feels like a whole new world has opened up. I know I've been warning you guys that this mod pack is coming to a close. I'm trying to think. Maybe let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, what do you want to see me accomplish before the mod pack is kind of at least tabled for now? Because I've unlocked about 1 million things. I probably am not going to go for another 20 episodes here, but I do want to go for a few more at least to do a few of these Mark II things or Phase 2 breeding or whatever. So let me know in the comments what you're interested in. Do you want to see me make more efficient metals? Do you want to see me do titanium tier 3? Do you want to see a new animal or plant? We could work on trying to mass produce a certain thing. Moon drops, Zapiers. I wonder if I can get the I forget what it's called, but there's a research that allows you to get more manure. Not explosive diarrhea. Bigger colons. But we need production science packs. So that's not gonna happen. In any case, let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll do a few more episodes here to kind of wrap up the Pi world. And like I said, hopefully someday in the future, I will be able to come back to Pyanodons, and we will either start with this base again, and we'll have to do a lot of revamping, or I'll just start a completely new game, but with all of this technology unlocked. Though, obviously not all the chemical science and pi science unlocked, but at least, you know, maybe start myself with a few thousand of each or something so that I can kind of start a base off on the right foot, and that could be a fun way to get farther in the Pyanodons pack. Because this save, I think I'm closing in at 150 hours, maybe it's 140 hours of playtime, which is a little bit less because of this time tools thing. But regardless, it's been a lot of playtime just to get this far, and my motivation is wearing a little thin to do much more because Factorio has maybe become too cumbersome. I'm wishing that I had a rail network and LTN running the show rather than Factorio and bots. So that's definitely what I would do if I were to do this over again. The problem with Real Worlds is you have to establish a decent sized base before you can mass produce rails enough to even make a rail based base. So Pyanodons involves lots of tearing down and starting over again. Anyway, wow, we have 119,000 stone looking at the network. I just saw that. Probably need more storage. Anyway, yeah, so I've really enjoyed the process up to this point. We've accomplished Pi Science. And yeah, let me know what you want to see before we finish out the mod pack in the next, I don't know, 3 to 10 episodes is the number I'm going to put on it, but don't hold me to that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.